You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, Black and White Sports fans, another season has gone by for the New York Jets, and they're dumpster fire. I think we all know they are a dumpster fire. Also, they did have some bad luck when they signed Aaron Rodgers a few years back, and then bam, like first play of the game, Achilles blown out.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers, though, is actually going to the playoffs now with the Steelers.
I was going to say, it's the Jets. Would it have mattered? Question mark? I mean, really?
Man, I'm not sure Tom Brady could have saved the Jets. Well, he saved the sucking ears, and they won the Super Bowl. But remember, they actually had the worst winning percentage going into when Tom Brady actually signed with them.
We'll get into all this. I got all kinds of things I could say here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Rhodes, you're a big college football fan.
Yeah.
What do you actually think of Dante Moore, the Oregon quarterback?
I like him. I like him I'm sure you're asking me as an NFL prospect. I like him. I'd have him as the number 2 quarterback in the draft behind Fernando Mendoza. Fernando's a bigger guy. He's more accurate.
Heisman
winner. But he doesn't have – his arm's not as strong as Dante's. Dante's going to be more mobile, even though Mendoza is athletic. I like Dante a lot, but the thing that scares me if he decides to come out is something we've seen notoriously over and over again, and that's a lack of actual college reps, not having enough college reps. And so if you were to ask me, I would say he needs to go back to Oregon no matter what. Okay. But
interesting that you say that.
It's going to be hard for him to do it because if he decides to come out, he's going 1 or 2.
Yeah.
He's going 1 or 2. And a guy declared today, Ty Simpson from Alabama.
He's going to the NFL now.
And I love him as a prospect, except he needs to go back to Alabama and play another year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Rhodes, Stephen A. Smith agrees with you when it comes to Dante Moore.
Okay.
He said, stay at Oregon, but it's not for the reasons that you actually gave.
Okay.
Stephen A. wants him to avoid the Jets at all costs. Says, stay at Oregon. And now we also have a Jets wide receiver, Garrett Wilson. Oh, he's triggered. He is going after Stephen A. Smith, calling him a sellout now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and dive into it, man. Here we go. Over here on the Spun, New York Jets star rips sellout Stephen A. Smith. One of the top playmakers in the NFL has accused ESPN Stephen A. Smith of becoming a sellout. During this Wednesday's episode of First Take, Smith made the argument that Oregon quarterback Dante Moore should stay in school for another year so he can avoid being drafted by the New York Jets. They currently own the number 2 overall pick in the 2026 NFL draft. So we actually do have the clip here, Rhodes. We can watch it.
Okay.
Actually, let's go over here to Eds because I got his comment like right beneath this. So let's play this. Here we go.
Number two, let me say this, and I'm damn near serious about this. I'd eat something to provoke myself to have food poisoning where I'm like garbage before I play for the Jets. I'm telling you right now, whatever I could do to be alive and be okay in the end, but to ruin their thoughts of ever wanting me on their roster, I would do. And damn it, I'd go back to college before I play for the Jets. They are a football atrocity. They are awful. I mean, straight garbage.
But I got to stop real quick, man. You can say what you want about Stephen A. Stephen A. is very entertaining when he becomes very animated like this.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Very
Absolutely.
irritating.
Yeah.
I am a black man that is consistently pushing for opportunities for black coaches throughout the years. I have done that. It's gotten a lot better than it was in the past. And I'm saying it hurts me to say this, okay? Ain't no way in hell Aaron Glenn should still be the head coach of the New York Jets. They were horrible and digressed. Damn near nosedive. We talk about Alabama waving the red flag. Was it red flag? White flag. White flag. White flag. Okay, white and red. Damn it. Listen, in New York it's the green and white. You understand? Fireman Ed and the whole crew. I mean, the people that have passed away root for the Jets. I mean, there are people that passed away root for the Jets. They are horrible. Horrible, okay? And they are the place to go if you want to sink. If you want to dissipate, if you want to just rot away, they are horrible. I wouldn't listen, if I was a parent, my child wouldn't even go to the draft. I'm not playing. I'm not playing. You cannot. And then Woody Johnson comes in there, right? First of all, he had no business being some ambassador to the UK. But as bad as that was, he should go back. He should go back. He's called Trump administration, go back to the UK. We don't want to see him in New York. He's horrible. Woody Johnson's horrible, okay? You go up there and you fire Robert Saleh, all right? You alienate Aaron Rodgers, and we get that because, damn it, Nathaniel Hackett shouldn't even been on the damn roster of the offensive coordinator. We know that, okay? Got all of that, all right? Then you go out there and you hire this man. You have the kind of year that you had. You had the kind of month you had. Aaron Glenn had 41 interceptions in his career. 6 pick sixes. And he was the defensive coordinator in Detroit. And this man's defense didn't record 1 interception the entire year.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Oh,
Not
yeah.
one single interception.
They're dog shit, man. Yeah.
I thought the Cowboys' defense was bad.
Yeah.
Well, they're pretty awful, but anyway.
Yeah.
Only team in the NFL history to have done that. That's on him. We saw the Detroit Pistons. Who was the offensive coordinator? Detroit Lions. Who was the offensive coordinator? It was Ben Johnson. So really, was it because of you and that defense, or was it because of Ben Johnson and what he was doing in concert with Dan Campbell? Okay, it was your ass. It was you. The bottom line is this. I don't wish him. I want the man to have a job. I want him to be employed, just not as a head coach for the New York Jets. The fact that you said with a straight face after this season, we gonna keep this man as a coach, shows me that Woody Johnson don't know what the hell he's doing. I'm not letting my child. If he was my brother, I wouldn't let him. If he was my nephew, I wouldn't let him. I don't give a damn what it is. If you got to poison his food, if you got to do something to prevent him from being a New York Jet, you do it. You do it.
Wow. Poison his food? Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Garrett Wilson didn't take too kindly to this here, the Jets wide receiver. Says, damn, you got to be a real sellout and above all, a square to be on ESPN nowadays. Used to love that show. He is out on it now. Out on it. But I really can't disagree with anything with what Stephen A. said.
Look, 2 things can be true. Garrett Wilson can be right about how big a trash bag that show's become, and it's crap.
That's true.
I mean, It's crap. And Stephen A. Smith, most of the time these days, takes are a joke. All right? He is 179% correct about the New York Jets. Okay? 179%. Damn 110%. He flew on right on by. He does know. He's been covering around that team a long time. Woody Johnson is a joke. He's a joke of an owner.
Yeah.
He's right there with Jimmy Haslam and David Tepper and Arthur Blank and Michael Bidwell and all these trash-ass coaches. There's not a world where Aaron Glenn should still be a head football coach in the National Football League right now. No way. No how. You coach that team like that, are you crazy? And all you had to tell me about his character was the way he handled Aaron Rodgers when he brought Aaron Rodgers in and said, we're out of here. We don't want you. And you showed no class to a 4-time MVP, a man that's going to walk right into the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
Moonwalk in backwards. You didn't show him any respect. You treat Hall of Famers better than that. And right there, that tells me you wasn't ready to be a head coach if you're going to deal with people like that.
Yeah.
That dude ain't worth a damn. And Stephen A is not wrong. Look, I understand Geno Smith had a hard year with the Raiders. Well, let's be honest. The Raiders are the West Coast equivalent, damn it. They're not even on the West Coast anymore. The Vegas equivalent of the Jets. Geno Smith just got through having 3 really good years with the Seahawks. You know where he never had a good year at? You know what?
The Jets.
The Jets. You know who is like a top 5 MVP candidate this year, and took his team to the playoffs last year and this year, 2 separate teams. His name's Sam Darnold. Where did he get drafted to? Where did he get drafted to, John?
The Jets.
The New York Jets. They are at ground-based level. They are fundamentally broken as an organization, and they don't know how to develop quarterbacks. It's where quarterbacks get drafted to go to fall down on the ground, take their helmet, dig in the sand, and make a hole, fall over in there, and cover themselves up. It's where quarterbacks go to die.
Yeah.
You get drafted there, you're done. If I'm Dante Moore, no. What? Jets got the number 2 overall pick. I'm coming back to Oregon for 12 more years. Just keep paying me NIL money.
Yeah, the NIL money is a factor.
I understand.
It's a factor.
I understand. He's going to be tempted to leave because he's losing his offensive coordinator, Will Stein, to Kentucky. I get that. Look, Phil Knight, there's rumors Phil Knight's going to give him $8 million if he comes back to Oregon. Dude, take 4. I don't give a damn. Take half of that to stay away from the New York Jets. I mean,
but
Garrett
what are
Wilson,
the odds, though? What are the odds, though? Let's say, what are the odds that he actually stays at Oregon?
I think they're fairly good.
Okay.
I think it's 50. I think it's 50-50 right now. The problem is he is the number 1 or number 2 overall pick. By the way, I don't care if it's Fernando Mendoza because there's rumors the Raiders might take Dante Moore. If it's Fernando Mendoza, he will go there and his career will die. It will be a wrap.
Here's something else, man. The Jets are such a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
Let's say Dante Moore stays at Oregon.
Yeah.
He's the number 1 prospect.
Yeah.
It's probably a good chance that the Jets end up having the number 1 overall pick. He's back in the same situation.
Oh, next year, you mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's possible, and maybe that's why he will decide to come out, because if he waits, here's his other issue with waiting. If he waits, he's coming out potentially against Lenore Sellers and Arch Manning.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Okay. So, and Arch looked a lot better the second half of the season. Nobody knows what Lenore Sellers is going to be for sure. So that's an issue. Next year's draft is deep as a mother. There's potentially 7 or 8 first-round quarterbacks in next year's draft. I get it though. They break every. Would it shock you if in 3 years we look up and Zach Wilson's a starter somewhere again? It's possible. Just having like a random top 17 quarterback in the league kind of season, and he's led some team to 10 wins, and they sneak into playoffs, and you're like, the guy was a trash fire with the Jets. They cannot develop quarterbacks. Their system, however it's set up, is broken. It's broken.
Culture problem.
It's a culture problem.
Definitely a culture problem.
Yeah, Stephen A. Smith's a total joke, but he's 179% right on this. He is. Garrett Wilson can get mad all he wants. There's a reason why Quinn Williams wanted the hell out of there. He wanted the hell out.
Yep. Anything else, Rhodes?
No, I'm done.
So we'll see what happens, man. NFL draft later on this spring. We'll see where he goes, if he actually does come out. Probably a good chance that he actually comes out. But hey, if Phil Knight is going to give him $8 million to stay at Oregon, then you may consider taking the money and running. Anyway, peace. We're out.
Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.